Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sport on YouTube. And today we have got literally happening right now as the game has just kicked off, the beginning of FC Copenhagen versus Silkeborg in the Danish Superliga. It's Monday night football in Denmark. Copenhagen are the hosts at Parken Stadium, this year's host of the Danish Cup final. And, well, it's a very big fixture, really, because Copenhagen, well, if they can win this game, they will go top of the league at the end of the night. And it's currently Copenhagen playing in all white, Silkeborg playing in red and white. And this is going to be quite the fixture. We are a bit late with the stream. Let's just say I had to restart the laptop. And it proved to be, it took a lot longer to restart than I'd hoped. But thank you for tuning in. We'd love to hear from you on the live chat page. I just thought, you know, let's watch something different. Let's watch some Danish football. I don't watch enough of it, and I'd like to try and get into it a bit more. So any of you Danish football fans out there, all supporters of these teams, would love to hear from you. Any tips on these players, I'd love to hear as well. I will quickly go through the lineups in just a moment as I'm writing the last bit down. But it looks as though for Copenhagen we've got Trot in goal. Oh, there's been a goal! Oh, that didn't take long. A minute and a half in, and it's already a goal for the hosts, and it is Cornelius who scores and puts the hosts into the lead. That didn't take long whatsoever, did it? And already the home supporters are absolutely loving it. They're drinking their Carlsbergs. Danish delight for Copenhagen, and it started off with Silkeborg actually from their back line in their own area. They tried to do a diagonal ball out of their penalty area, got intercepted, and then across from the right wing picked out Cornelius, and it was a free header, and FC Copenhagen already 1-0 up. Just as I was going through the lineups as well. Let's go back to what I was saying. So, Trot in goal for Copenhagen. Your back line is, if I could pronounce this correctly, Kok Hulishvili, who is their right back. Garaganga, their centre half, along with his centre half partner of Hatsidius Kos. And their left back is Dykes. We've got, looks as though it's a 4-2-2-2 formation. Hopefully I didn't say too many twos there. Lorega on your left, Delaney to his right. Then we've got Arnusi with Robert, and then Cornelius, who's just scored, up front with Clayson. That's your starting lineup for Copenhagen. Silkeborg are playing 4-3-3. Larsen in goal, the number one. Son, the right back. Verlander, centre half. Ganches, your left centre back. And Ostrom playing at left back. Free in midfield from right to left. Larsen, your right winger. Matson in the middle. And Nielsen on the left. Front three from left to right is Bakis with Adamson in the centre and McCarrett out onto the right. And here come Copenhagen again on that left-hand side. First time they've attacked down there, they nearly got a corner out of it, but it was well tackled. And Silkeborg trying to get it away. They do so, but Silkeborg need to wake up here. They've given away a free kick just outside their own box. It was a foul on Dix. And Slagturen is the man that's been penalised there by the referee. He lost the ball in front of him, then he tried to get it back, but he pulled the shirt of his opponent. To be honest, there wasn't much. I didn't think there was much in that, but it was in front of the referee. And I think when you lose the possession, you try and get the ball back from behind. It's not always going to go to plan, and normally they do get awarded as a foul. So only 4 minutes in, and Silkeborg are here to defend a free kick against themselves to avoid going 2-0 down. Here comes the free kick. Oh, just clipped over. I think it was clipped by the goalkeeper's fingertips. And it is a corner kick, so he must have saved it. Al Yunusi with the kick was going for the roof of the net there. Lovely curling free kick. Might have hit the crossbar even if the goalkeeper hadn't put his fingertips to it. Good save by Larson. Corner coming from the far side. A header this time goes out for a goal kick. Silkeborg can breathe again. They're going to need it. They need to get their men together and just get a grip in this game, if anything. But do vote on the poll who you think's going to win. Copenhagen, I actually forgot to change the scoreline. I do apologise. Such a crazy start. You easily forget just the basics sometimes when you're streaming. Well, that's probably just me. We've got Jamie Burgoyne saying, I think the Danish team will win. Well, when you're talking Danish, we're talking food. Andrew Pollard saying, here's hoping for a repeat of that Copenhagen 4-3 performance against Man United. Thanks for reminding me, Andy. Yes, I am watching this game, which is at the same stadium when United did flop. They were 3-1 up, weren't they? I think, from what I can remember. No, 2-0 up. And then they absolutely flopped it and lost 4-3, which, yeah, it really annoyed me. I don't, because I remember the last two times Man United had gone to Park, and I think they lost both of them. And I think the last time before last season's visit was 2006-07 season. We lost 1-0 to them in the group stages. But we beat them at home. Scholesy scored a goal that night in the Old Trafford leg. And we did get out the groups. I don't think they did, from what I can remember. I think Celtic did. Yeah, Celtic were in our group that year. That was exciting. And United got Rangers in the... Yeah, it's United who've got Rangers in the Europa League in next month. Burgoyne asking, is Bugruni playing? FM Football Manager Wonder Kid. Andrew Pollard saying, Cardiff flop Cornelius. He's not showing it tonight. Already a goal within a minute and a half. Greg Livingstone says, hi, Jamie. Hello, Greg. Good to see you, as always. I do apologise, folks. I've not been a regular doing these streams, but I'm trying to get back into it now and again. And I woke up this morning seeing that this game was on. I thought, why not? Let's do a Danish Superliga. And here they come now. Again, Copenhagen playing in all white tonight. Oh, lovely nutmeg pass. Oh, and it's blocked. Silkeborg did well to track down there in the penalty area. I was still writing out the lineups, and I'm just going to try and get in Copenhagen's. Oh, if they want a corner. No, referee points to the goal for a goal kick. Let me just quickly write that down, so just bear with me. I blame my laptop for being slow. And I had to do my basics of just getting the equipment working and test it out. Right. Only have to write down the Copenhagen lot, then I know where I'm at. Of course, happy to talk any football from the weekend or current news during the stream or anything really. How did your team get on at the weekend if they did play? FA Cup weekend it was. And I know a certain Andrew Pollard, who's on our stream, won't be happy with how they lost to Harrogate. Not a good time there. And having the good old Mickey Thomas come up to me and tell me the news that they had gone out when I was at Old Trafford yesterday. And yeah, it did shock me a little bit. I thought they'd do a lot better against Harrogate. Right, finally the ball's inside the Copenhagen half. Silkeborg finally get an attack going. They try and take a quick free kick, and because the pass was so poor from what looked to have been from Bakis, he has ended up giving the ball away. And I don't know if you've seen the Silkeborg home shirt, or is it their away shirt? Either way, it's a fantastic shirt. Red and white they're wearing tonight. Red shirt, white shorts. But they got that old Adidas strip going across, going over their shoulder. Over their right shoulder, that is. Now, the MLS teams, most of them are, I think all of the MLS teams are Adidas. If I'm wrong, do say. But a lot of the MLS teams had Adidas at least a few seasons ago. And I think this was the season when lockdown was about to begin, because obviously the MLS season normally starts February, March time. And they all had that Adidas strip go over their shoulder and have their own colours, of course, with the template. So it's something from the 90s, if I can remember rightly, or maybe the late 80s. I don't want to make Andrew Pollard sound old, but he might know better than me. Here come Copenhagen. Currently holding the possession well. I'm still trying to get all these teams in. This formation makes it hard to fit it all in on one side of the piece of paper that I use. 12. You can tell I've made notes before the game, can't you, folks? Ooh. 16. Robert. I love how you get all these Danish names and confusing names, and you just get Robert. Makes it easier for me, that's for sure. 7. Gleason. Ooh. Gleason. I honestly, the writing is terrible. Cornelius, the man who scored. And I don't know how I'm going to fit this one in. Jesus, this is a long name. Right, there we go. Boom. Took me a few minutes. Andrew Pollard has responded. He says, making mention of Wrexham's FA Cup loss, but forgetting to mention Shrewsbury FA Cup loss. Poor form, Jamie Davies. I mean, let's be honest, Andy. Shrewsbury are used to losing in the FA Cup. But as a Man United fan, we're the FA Cup champions. You know, I'm happy. Probably won't win it this year, but we're still in it. We're still in it. We're still in it. That was it. There we go. Andrew Pollard has said it. He says MLS had a bunch of kits that were similar to the Adidas ones of Euro 92 era when Thomas Brolin scored against England. Yeah, I thought it was Euro 92 for a moment, but yeah, MLS did it not long ago. Lockdown year of 2020, if I can remember. And it's a really, really good kit. It's like, for example, how the FCs look really nice in it. I think Seattle Sounders was another one. LA Galaxy as well. Seattle Sounders, though, all their kits are just spot on. Always great. Green and blue. Those colours always work well together. Currently 1-0 here for FC Copenhagen. If you've just joined us, yeah, we've already got a goal in our debut live watch-along of a Danish match. Danish Superliga, to be precise. It's currently with Trot. The Copenhagen goalkeeper. He decides to boot it up to the halfway line, only for Silkeborg to intercept with Ganches, their centre half. He's just keeping hold of the ball at the moment. I have been to Copenhagen back in May, and I'd like to say I've been to Parken Stadium. Outside of it, I have, but again, you can say that about any stadium. I went there on the week of the Danish Cup final, and it was happening at Parken Stadium. But Copenhagen didn't win. No, they weren't even in the final. And I remember turning up to my hotel on the week of it, realizing, thanks to my live score app, it'll tell me what games are happening if you type in the country. So I typed in Denmark, and then I realized, oh wow, the Danish Cup final is happening in Copenhagen this week. I remember going up to the hotel receptionist after looking online and couldn't find a ticket at all for sale. And I just simply asked, do you know where I could get a ticket for this game? They just laughed. Well, yeah, you could just tell they didn't want to be mean, but they were like, yeah, good luck with that. So I gave up pretty much. Normally I like to go to a game that you may never go and see a fixture like ever again, but it was just impossible. Like, even in a world now of internet, I had no idea. If I worked hard, I could have found a ticket, but it was going to be very, very, very hard. And when you've only got 1 week and you've got other things to do, you just don't have the time to think about it. But I did go to, I need to remind myself which team it was, but there is a football ground right next door to Parken. And I went to see that game, I went to see that team play the day after the Danish Cup final. So even when I was walking past Parken Stadium, all the Danish Cup, like, branding, banners, you name it, was all still decorated around the stadium. I think because it was the end of the season as well, I'd imagine Parken Stadium wasn't needed for FC Copenhagen to use very quickly. But yes, Parken Stadium, for you Welsh lot, especially Burgoyne, sorry, not Burgoyne, what am I saying? Andrew Pollard. Newtown AFC once played at Parken Stadium against Copenhagen in I think it was a Europa League qualifier back in 2015, I think it was. Anyway, here comes Silkeborg. Attack from the right wing. They make the run, and I think, oh no. No, I thought they won a corner, but it might actually only be a throw-in. And this doesn't look good. Deeks has gone down injured. He's taken quite a bit of kicks today. And it's only a quarter of an hour in. He was, looks to me, it looks like he was chasing down Son. And he made the block, but he didn't make much contact with his opponent. It might be just the way he fell to the ground. I'm not sure. Son is there just in support, I think, which is good to see. The medics are coming over for FC Copenhagen. I think the referee originally gave a throw-in for the visitors right next to the far side corner flag. Greg saying biggest shock was how Huddersfield Town got beaten 1-0 against Tamworth. Yeah, did you see the goal? It was a throw-in, long throw-in pretty much, and then did the goalkeeper make the last touch? Because I think the rule is you can't score directly from a throw-in, so something has to touch the ball before it goes in. So I think I've seen a goal in the past go in, and the referee said it's not a goal because no one touched the ball after the throw-in was made. Silkeborg now, play underway again. Well, they're going to go for a shot. Oh, it's curled way over the crossbar. I think that was Mattson who took the shot. Had to go with his right boot, put his foot under it, but just went too high for the goal to accept. Completely on his own there. You don't blame him for trying, but it's very, you don't see much long-range goals, do you, these days in football? I remember reading a good article. It was on the BBC Sport website. It was about a month or so ago, and it was interesting. Someone doing like a kind of like a data analysis on why we don't see so many good goals anymore. Because these days they even have coaches at the clubs that probably tell the players what the chances are if you have a shot outside the box compared to playing it into the box and tapping it in, for example. So I think a lot of players, even and future generations, are sadly, being told different ways of how to play football. Which, I mean, look, I'm old-fashioned. I enjoy football more of what I grew up to. But here come Copenhagen. They could get a second. Oh, he couldn't get enough air on it, and he knows he should have done better. And that was Ayunusi, who pretty much got through on goal. And then he had the ball bounced in front of him, and he just couldn't lob it over Larson to get that second goal. And it was actually quite an easy pick up for Larson. Oh, and then Silkeborg on the other side of the pitch go for a shot. And it is off target. Again, same area where they had the shot before. Just watching the replay again of Ayunusi. Oh, dear, that's a poor attempt. Couldn't get it past the captain there. Captain being the goalkeeper of Silkeborg. Easy catch at the end, and he was way off his line, the goalkeeper. He just couldn't, lobs are not easy when you're running at the ball. You have to get it right. So it was always going to be a difficult one. It could have been 2-0, but it stays at 1-0 after 19 minutes. But, well, actually, match has been paused, sorry. Robert is down. Not sure what he's talking about. He seems fine. He's got himself back up. He keeps pointing at his right leg for some reason. It's only a throw-in for Copenhagen. No free kick or foul given. Silkeborg will play it back to their goalkeeper. Triangular passing in their own half. In their own box, more like. But, I always say you can get an early goal and have a good start to a game, but I think the confidence can easily disappear very quickly because I think mentally it's easy to assume that the game's going to go well for you, and then all of a sudden you're wondering where that second goal is going to come. They could have gone 2-0 up though. But yeah, it was going back to that BBC Sport article. Actually, I say that every time I say it. Copenhagen come up for another attack. Has that gone out of play? Oh, it's a goal! 2-0. I thought it went out of play, and now Yanusi's going to have a goal disallowed. I had a feeling they wouldn't allow it. It looked like the ball went out of play for a goal kick. And again, the ball passed down to the left wing. And just, yeah, he hit it too hard. The touch was too heavy. And that was Robert who made the heavy touch. And it looked like he kept it in play when he made the low ball cross. But, yeah, I had a feeling it was out of play. But the referee still let them play on. Then they decided it was out of play. Still 1-0. So we've technically had 2 goals in this game, but 1 disallowed. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, they were showing it's quite a famous, you may have seen it on Instagram or YouTube, Match of the Days, December of 2006 goals of the month, and every single goal is just nuts. It's, you know, you're talking Drogba, Lampard, Paul Scholes, Scholesy in terms of his volley against Villa at Villa Park when he just smashed it in one visit, and it hits the crossbar and in. It's such a good goal. I think that did win goal of the month. But there were so many goals, you know, all of them deserved to be in goal of the month, even if they weren't going to win it. But what they were saying is that obviously that was back in 2006. Football's changed so much since then, and it's very rare now you see goals scored from outside the box. And I'd love to know with you, like, at home, what do you think of it? Because is it too tactical now, football? Do they make it more complicated than it should be? I mean, as a Man United fan myself, I do feel as though in modern day football, all the clubs want to try and do the same thing, and I don't understand that. You know, you see teams play from the back with defenders taking goal kicks as well, and I'm thinking to myself, it doesn't have to suit every club. Every club should have their own style and go with what they actually believe works for them, not we should follow this because everyone else is. I don't understand. Don't you want to be the purple cow in the room? Be something different? I mean, Leicester City won the 2016 Premier League counter-attacking football under Claudio Ranieri. I mean, you don't win the Premier League by luck. They were the best team. They were miles the best team. And they beat the usual best teams in the league. So, you know, it's one of them. There's some ideas coming here. Is that a corner? It's a corner for Copenhagen. And Clayson, the captain, I think, won them the corner. I don't think we've had a corner on the near side yet. In case you were wondering, Copenhagen are attacking from left to right. Silkeborg from right to left. This is only the second corner. Both of them so far for our hosts. Looks like he's going to go long with this corner. With his right foot, goes to the near post. Only to be headed outside of the penalty area. Still with Copenhagen now. Ayanusi has overrun, but he instead decides to go inside and he actually gets dispossessed. And Silkeborg now try and go out from the back. They're struggling to get out their own half at the moment. Copenhagen back in the possession. So, what's Burgoyne? What's Burgoyne say? He said, do a match day vlog at a Welsh second tier side with Ella. Not even Welsh Prem. Oh, yeah, that's another chance wasted. And I think it's Cornelius, our goal scorer of the night so far. Picked up a pass from the left-hand side, came through to the box. He didn't actually look at the goal when he kicked it, and it just went a bit wide off the post. very well much in control, FC Copenhagen, which may surprise you. They are not the current champions of Denmark. It is FC Midtjylland, who are a club that, well, I always remember them beating my team Man United in the home leg tie before Rashford would go and become a star and make his name known to the world. And oh, how I wish he stayed there. How I wish he didn't even turn up at this rate. He's been rubbish for the last 2 years. Let me read some more messages. We got Jeff Stenberg. Hello, Jeff Stenberg. I don't know if we've had you on our live chat page before. If you have, I apologize for forgetting, but if not, welcome to Let's Talk Sport. But currently it is 1-0 to FC Copenhagen against Silkeborg. Currently it is looking like FC Copenhagen are going to go for a second goal if they carry on playing like this, that is for sure. But Jeff Stenberg saying, I need a Silkeborg goal so badly. I must ask, what's making you go for a Silkeborg goal? Are you a Silkeborg fan? Love to hear from you, Jeff. Have you got a bet on the game? Love to hear from you. What other messages have we got? Andrew Pard, I think, responded to my thoughts on modern day football of how it's played. He says that the spontaneity has been drilled out of players these days. It's more about playing a certain way, reputation, and working the ball into the box where you've got the high percentage of a chance that will result in a goal. All very boring, all very robotic. Give me a good old thunder bastard for 30 yards any day of the week. You're absolutely right, Andy, and I think we're both on the same boat when it comes to how you should play football. Yep, I love the old days of playing FIFA 99 on the PlayStation 1 and then having, let's say, Teddy Sheringham or Dwight York for Man United scoring a 30-yard banger by just simply clicking the circle button, and they were so fun to play. And that was it. When I was a kid, you just grew up with having a shot whenever you could whenever you felt like there was a moment to shoot, you would do that. It's not like that these days at all. It really is pass, pass, pass. Go a few yards forward with another pass, then get it into the box. And what I really hate now in modern day football is how you could get 3 players running forward against 2 defenders, even 1 defender, and it's most likely they'll still screw it up. And you think to yourself, that would never have happened back in the day. No chance. It would be a goal. I just that's what I hate about modern day football. If I could be a coach, I'd love to try and put some old style of football into a team, but I don't think they'd listen to me. I think they'd laugh. And I was even talking, it was a few months ago now, probably even during Christmas. I walked to my local co-op and I had a chat with someone who I know is he's aspired to be a football coach. That's when I last checked with him. He was doing his coaching badges. And he said to me he'd love to play a 4-4-2 formation, for example, but he just says the sad reality is modern day, well, kids today are growing up with what we see on the telly in terms of style of football. So even if you're against it, it's hard to go against it if you want, if you want to be involved in modern day football. Right, Silkeborg now. You got to get something going here, lads. Here's Ostrom with a fantastic head of hair. Nice and long. Now with Nielsen. To Philander. Now Larson. There's 2 Larsons on this team, one of them being the goalkeeper. The other Larson is playing out far on the right wing. Nearly half an hour gone. FC Copenhagen 1, Silkeborg 0. We've only had 1 goal so far. I say only, it was very early on. It was in the 2nd minute. Thanks to Cornelius scoring a header for our hosts. And it was Al Yunusi who scored another goal, but it was disallowed because the ball went out of play. Currently with Copenhagen on the back line. Let's read some more comments. Oh, Greg says the worst thing, did not realise I broke my ankle after the football because I was that pissed. Kickoff started behaving at 9 in the morning. Oh dear. Hope your ankle's okay. What was the next thing? Greg Livingston saying, yep, off work for a few weeks. Oh geez, that's bad. Gerald Mick saying stuffing in another language, I think, so I do apologise that I don't understand what that is. Almaden says goal, 2-0, half time, 1-1. Well, it was 2-0 for a moment, but then they disallowed it. And who knows, it's still a quarter of an hour to go. Silkeborg could get an equaliser maybe. Andrew Pollard, he says FIFA 99 to make an appearance on Let's Talk Games. Hey, well, we could try it. I have like the thought of doing campaigns on FIFA as a stream on old games, like do a season with Man United on FIFA 05 or something. Do you ever remember the club football games they used to have on PS2? You had a Celtic one, a Man United one. Hang on, here comes Silkeborg now on the right-hand side. Plenty of space outside the box. Could he go for goal? Oh, it was on target, but it was saved by Trott. It wasn't powerful enough. There was no air to it. Stayed on the ground, and it went straight to Trott. And I think that was Beckis who took the shot. Yes, it was. His shot nutmegged his opponent in front, but it wasn't much of a distraction for Trott to make the save. He had to go down and make the save, but he'll be happy to take those kind of shots all night long if that means getting that clean sheet tonight. What was... Yeah, do you remember the club football games that they made on the PS2? Man United had one, Real Madrid had one, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal. I never played them. Even when I grew up, I remember always seeing them in the shops. I just never bothered with it because I guess we were just so used to playing FIFA. And you see those games, you think, well, what's the point playing that if I could play Man United on FIFA and other teams? No idea what to expect when you play them. So I'm thinking of getting 1 or 2 copies of them and just trying them out. So that could be a thing either on Let's Talk Games or on here on Let's Talk Sport. If you want to see some of that, I'll do my best. Greg Livingston says yes. Oh, Andrew Pollard, I knew he'd bring this up. Talking about Larson, please tell us about your love of Henrik. Henrik Stenson, the golfer. Won the Open in 2016, the first Open I ever worked at. Henrik Stenson won it against Phil Mickelson. He says, Jamie Davies, always a great topic of conversation. Henrik Larsson, I think he's on about. Yeah, he is probably in my top 5 footballers of all time, no doubt about it. We'll go on about him in just a minute. His son, I think, is on the bench tonight. Let me just check. Yes, he is. Jordan Larsson, number 11. He's on the bench. He did start in the Danish Cup game last week, in midweek, but tonight he is on the bench. Be great to see him come on at some point. Meanwhile, his team are a goal ahead, and there's a man through. Oh, it's a poor long ball. Couldn't get that connection to Ayanusi. Silkeborg got away with that one there. I think it was Klassen who was trying to make the pass. He couldn't. He'll be annoyed with that. Roberts limping off the pitch. And I completely missed that. He's literally gone straight back in. He's gone to the players' tunnel. So that's him done for the night. Who's replaced him? I completely missed that, unless they haven't done it. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Yep, they're making the sub. Because it's a throw-in now. They've got the chance to make the change. But just watch. Ooh, Roberts landed. Don't know what he's done with his leg there. No one made contact with him. But replacing him is Froholt. There we go. Froholt replacing Robert. But yeah, Henrik Larsson, he was so good. I remember growing up when he played for Celtic, and I remember, I didn't watch Scottish football that much, but every time you always got news in Scotland when it came to the football, it was always Henrik Larsson scoring for Celtic, and it was just so memorable because of his hair, his goals, and then he, you know, had no hair. He was bald, and then I think it was. I didn't really appreciate him until I think it was Barcelona when he played in the Champions League final. And back then, when you were a kid, you only care about the goals. But then when you rewatch the game, Henrik Larsson came on in the second half for Barcelona. Bearing in mind they were 1-0 down to an Arsenal team that were down to 10 men because Jens Lehmann got sent off very early on in the match, and then that meant Almunia had to come in and be the goalkeeper. Oh, hang on, we'll go about that in a moment, but Copenhagen with a low ball cross from the left. No good there. They're having to go a few yards back. They've still got it in possession, though. It is currently with Delaney. Delaney through to Frohold, who's just come on. Frohold now with the cross. Oh, and now he's going to go for a volley. Oh, over the bar. I think that was... Who took that one? Oh, it's the name I can't pronounce. Gotchalishvi. No, hang on. Gotchalishvili. Apologies if I got that wrong, especially any of you supporters who follow these teams. Haven't heard that mumble jumble. So, yes. But I remember what I do remember was that Thierry Henry, well, anyway, that Barcelona were 1-0 down, then comes on Henrik Larsson. Henrik Larsson quite late on in his career, by the way. He's not in his 20s at this point. Maybe not in his prime, like he was at Celtic. But Barcelona gave him a good chance. So they bring Henrik Larsson on while they're 1-0 down, and in the last 10 minutes of the game, Henrik Larsson sets up both goals. And they're not just simple passes. We're talking quick, great awareness, killer passes, destroys anyone. And you watch football now and you don't see it like that. Not the way Henrik Larsson played. I don't think you get Henrik Larsson in modern day football, sadly. But the passes and just how quick they were as well. Eto'o, I think, scored the winning goal, if I can remember rightly. Or was it Savinho? I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But I remember Thierry Henry was disappointed he didn't get that Champions League win as an Arsenal player. And I think he was captain that night. And he just remember saying, you know, everyone talks about Eto'o, Ronaldinho. And he literally said, but the one player who actually turned up tonight is Henrik Larsson. And he said, came on with how many minutes to go, and he set up both goals. And I'll never forget the day when Man United got Henrik Larsson, even though he only played 7 games, I think it was. But just Fergie, I just remember it was Christmas time, I think it was. And then just going on the BBC Sport website and just seeing the news that Henrik Larsson, there was a picture of Henrik Larsson with Man United training jumper next to Fergie. I was like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Henrik Larsson in a United kit. I was absolutely chuffed. I never thought it would happen. Obviously, we always knew it was only a short loan deal, but my God, he was influential. And he even said that one of the biggest regrets in his career was not staying on at Man United. He wished he stayed at least another season, because he literally came in January of 2007, scored in his first game, by the way, I think it was, against Villa in the FA Cup. Great goal. If you haven't seen his goals when he was at United, there's some good ones in there. I think he scored 4 out of 7. Four goals out of 7 games. I think it was something like that, including a crucial Champions League goal against Lille in the knockout stages. But he only stayed till like March time, and then he went back to Sweden because he didn't want to break a promise. I can't remember the club. It wasn't Gothenburg, was it? I need to have a look. But he was doing I think he was doing a bit of coaching as well there, or as a player. Oh, hang on, there's going to be. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I apologise. I tried to mute the mic, but I couldn't do it in time. No one wants to see someone sneeze live. That's embarrassing. Belletti winning the goal for Barca. That was it. Belletti, sorry. I think, didn't Belletti go to... Yeah, Belletti went to Chelsea, and he lost to Man United in the Champions League final. So he may have won it with Barca, but he didn't win it with Chelsea. But yes, he went back to Sweden. But he's just that one player. I'll just always admire Henrik Larsson. I think it was only a few years ago I was reading and watching a documentary about USA '94 and how he really helped Sweden get to the semi-finals of a World Cup. and I just admired him from that. And I remember the kit he wore for that. And I think Andrew Pollard will remember I ordered a Henrik Larsson shirt from that year. Don't get me wrong, it was fake. It wasn't original. I couldn't afford to just go and buy a. I don't know how much they are these days, an original one, but I can't wear originals anyway because I'd ruin it somehow. Anyway, here come Copenhagen to go for a second, and it's gone wide. Is that a corner, referee? I think it is. 5 minutes to go. This half's gone quick. Took a deflection. Would that have gone in if he had hit it smoothly? It was Gotchalong who got it, who missed there. Third corner of the game. All of them coming from FC Copenhagen. Here comes the corner, and there's a free header. Oh dear, it's way over. It wasn't that far out. It was precisely 12 yards from goal. And Cornelius with a poor header. He did a lot better with his header in the second minute of the game when he put his team ahead. But yeah, Henrik Larsson, I ordered the shirt that he wore for USA 94, as in the World Cup for Sweden. Great shirt. I love the 90s, early 2000s football shirts. That's my favourite era for me. Just because they felt, they were baggy, they weren't tight. You felt always comfortable in it, and it was quite modern. You know, just felt like casual clothes that you could wear when you're out somewhere and stuff, or in the summer. You know. Oh, hang on, here's Copenhagen again. Oh, it didn't pick out Cornelius, and Ostrom has kicked it away. Silkeborg struggling to get out their own half. So yeah, Henrik Larsson's one of my favourites. It was mad to see him be part of the coaching staff at Barcelona not long ago under Ronald Koeman, I think it was. I've not really checked what he's up to these days. But Jordan Larsson, who his son is on the bench tonight for Copenhagen, missed a penalty that was saved by Andre Onana last year, which would have helped them get a draw at Old Trafford. But no, Onana saved it, and that was actually the last time Man United have won a game in Europe. Sad to say, isn't it, really? But yes, Henrik Larsson, love him. Great, one of the greatest players of all time for me. Just because of his, I think just because of how good he was at every club he went to. Not many like him around. Andrew Pollard asking, who was subbed for Almunia? Robert Perez? Was it Robert Perez? Perez. I might be wrong, but I think it was him. Because I remember he was absolutely gutted, wasn't he? I think he even cried because he had to go off because of a goalkeeper's mistake. Apologies if I'm wrong. We got... hang on a minute. Oh, hang on a minute, Burgoyne. I've actually... oh, saved, and Silkeborg nearly got an equaliser before half-time, but Trott says not today. Adamson with the strike. They've got a corner. Adamson, oh, he was through on goal. Not the best of shots, but it still had to be saved. Trott stretching to his left and then hitting the ball away with his hands. Corner kick to come. It's Silkeborg's first corner of the game, just as we're reaching the last minute of the first half. On the far side it is, left boot in, and it's straight at the goalkeeper. That was awkward. Crowded by his opponents and his teammates. But he was able to get a clear punch away, and it's cleared yet again from one of his defenders. The ball lands on the halfway line. So Copenhagen nearly, despite being probably the best team in this first half, they could have gone into the changing rooms at half-time wondering how on earth is it 1-1. I haven't got it with me. Hang on a moment. I haven't got it with me, but a friend of mine has got me a signed Henrik Larsson photo back from the 06 World Cup. And Henry Hazlehurst, if you're watching, love you for always for doing it for me. And it was his uncle went to the World Cup in 06 when he was in Germany. And he got a Henrik Larsson photo signed by Henrik Larsson. Handwritten, you name it, it's there. I just need to get it framed. 2 minutes of added time, by the way, in this game. Until half time. And I just need to frame it because I've been meaning to put it in my man cave and put it up on the wall. And yeah, I love it. I just love Henrik Larsson. He's in my, as I said, he's in my top 5 players of all time. Andy knew that already. He just wanted to ask me on it, I'm sure of it. But yeah, he's in my top 5. There's no doubt about it. And if anyone asks, I'm going to say it now, Scholes is my favourite footballer of all time. Always will be. I think Paul Scholes was so underrated compared to other players. He was just so good. So good. I could talk about him all day. But anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about this game. But actually, Burgoyne, if you're still there, what is this thing about Henrik Larsson, a Christmas jumper? I want one. Is it? It's not the Celtic one, is it? It's hard to get it if it's Celtic. I don't hate Celtic, but I don't support them either. I might have to Google it. Here we go, Christmas jumper. Oh, it is that. I thought it was. Yeah, I can't. Oh, is it a penalty? Silkeborg have got a penalty. 30 seconds left of added time. And, well, I've just noticed Bacchus is he's grabbing the ball off the Copenhagen goalkeeper. Dix has had quite a mental game in this first half. He's been on the floor quite a lot, but this time he's cost a penalty. He went in for him, completely tripped him out, and it's very, very careless. But he knew he was out of position. He had to go charging back at Bacchus, and because of that, he missed the ball. Bacchus changed the direction of the ball, tripped over, blatantly a penalty. So this is going to be the last kick of the first half. Number 23, Adamson, he's on the ball. Takes a few steps back. He's up against Trott. Can he keep his clean sheet alive? Adamson will go for it, and he scores, bottom right corner. And Silkeborg, as I said, have been the second best team in this game so far, but they're going to go into half-time still level with FC Copenhagen. Copenhagen 1, Silkeborg 1. Let's update that score. Goalkeeper went the wrong way. But we got a game on our hands in that second half, that is for sure. I will tell you what we'll do is we'll catch up on our messages once it gets to half time here, folks. I believe that's Adamson's 9th goal of the season. Like I say, folks, I am new to Danish football. I don't watch this week in, week out, so it may be quite obvious that I don't sound like an expert. Well, referee has blown the whistle for half time, and the Copenhagen manager looks very, very annoyed. I think he knows his team should have been 2-0 up. They've had a disallowed goal. They've had a great opportunity where a lob didn't go over the goalkeeper, which they could have easily scored 2 or 3 goals, Copenhagen. But the scoreline is the only thing that matters in a game of football. Copenhagen 1, Silkeborg 1. It started off with Cornelius opening the scoring within the second minute of the game, scoring from a free header into the centre of the net. And it was looking very good for Copenhagen. They then have a goal disallowed because the ball just went out of play for a goal kick before they played on and scored. And then another chance was for Ayanusi, who seems to be on the side of bad luck for this game. He's not getting it his way whatsoever. He had a chance to lob the ball over his opponent of the goalkeeper and the captain of Larsson, of Silkeborg, but the lob attempt was not great, and it was comfortably catched by the Silkeborg goal stopper. And then look what happened late on, just before we reached half-time, as we went into the 2 minutes of added time. Bacchus was tripped over by the left back of Deeks, and because of that, they won a penalty. And Adamson sent his goalkeeper, his goalkeeper opponent the wrong way, and that was it. Half-time it is, so 1-1. And let's read some of your messages, shall we? I hope the stream's coming across okay. My YouTube is saying that my stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate, but I'm hoping it's okay. Let me just get rid of the clock for a moment. I've just realised I've got to, hang on a moment, let me just find my clock for the next, oh here we go, there it is, as always. For some reason my clock's not showing up for the second half when just getting that ready for a moment. No, it's not doing it, come on, why are you not working? You'd think I'd be a master at this by now, wouldn't you? Not in my lifetime. No, it's not having any of it. That's working. I'll have to use that one, there we go. There we go. Right, that's the clock sorted. We'll get that ready for when the second half starts. Anyway, let's read some of your messages. I'd like to think we've had quite a good interaction on this stream so far. We've still got the second half yet. And again, happy to read as many messages as I can. But going saying he's got a Larson Christmas jumper. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I like that. I don't think I'll buy it though because it's Celtic. I don't hate Celtic. I've got nothing wrong with Celtic. But Scottish football, I just don't have a team. I don't really... Nah. I know classic football shirts are starting their own Christmas jumper set again. They've done quite a few, haven't they, for this year? I did in their first year when they did it, bought a Fiorentina one with Batistuta on the back. I bought a Ronaldo Inter Milan one, but not the home shirt style. It was the grey and black away strip, which is one of my favourite kits of all time. Even their recent one that they did when Lukaku was playing in that shirt, I was like, oh, I just love a striker playing in that. Adriano played in it. Ronaldo R9 played in it. And so did Romelu Lukaku. Just love all three of them. Great players. I know people mock Lukaku. He's still a good player. He's just... every strike has a weakness. Some of them are better than others. Excuse me. There was one other I got. A Baggio one as well, an Italy Christmas jumper. I've still got all three of them. I wish I could wear them all the time, but that'd be silly. I did, however, buy I don't know if you've seen them going around on Primark. Before I went to Old Trafford yesterday, I went to Manchester's Primark, and I saw a Ned Flanders Christmas jumper. And it's when he's wearing that skiing outfit and his bum is kind of sticking out. And he does that phrase of, it feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. And then, like Homer said, stupid, sexy Flanders. I had to get it. A friend of mine sent me a picture of it early in the week, and I was like, right, when I'm next in Primark, I'm looking for it. They had it in my size. Can't wait to wear it. I don't know why I'm telling people. I should surprise people with it, but oh well. Only those that are watching me right now, you've been given an exclusive. Let's read some messages. So, Greg Livingstone says, what is the most underrated derby in the UK in your opinion? Can we say MK Dons versus Wimbledon? Is that really a derby? Is it a derby? I don't know. I think that's up there because of you just want Wimbledon to win because of what happened in the history of MK Dons and what happened there. Wimbledon beat them 2-0, didn't they? And MK Dons lost with 10 men. They had a player sent off yesterday. I've still not seen the highlights. As I said, I was at the Man United game, so I've not had a chance to see any of the other football from the weekend, well, from Sunday at least. But I wouldn't say I'm not going to say it's the best one, of course. I'd say it's underrated, but when it comes up, people get quite excited about it. I think I've witnessed Chester Wrexham. I think Chester Wrexham's good. I really enjoy. I've been to a couple of them, and I've enjoyed the atmosphere I saw at Wrexham once at the racecourse. This was we're talking way before when they were back to their best, you could say, and Ryan Reynolds and all that were there. We're talking people like Andrew Pollard who support them through and through. Not these Yanks and all that have jumped on the bandwagon. But let's be honest, I'm not saying that at Wrexham. It's just any team that starts winning, you are going to get those kind of supporters. And I think it was Robbie Evans, Wrexham local lad. He scored in that game. I think they beat Chester 3-0. This was back in the National League. And the atmosphere was just awesome that day at the racecourse. I really enjoyed it. This is when I used to help out at Wrexham with the media team while I was at uni. And I think I did commentary with Mark Griffiths on it. And I really, really enjoyed it. It was just a great game. You know, I had nothing in it. I support Man United, but it was great. Especially seeing a local lad score, it really put the icing on the cake of that afternoon. It's a good question though, Greg. I'd love to hear yours. What is the most underrated derby in the UK in your opinion? But yeah, I'd definitely put a couple of those that I mentioned up there. Andrew Pollard says, I've always heard big things about the Dundee and Dundee United derby. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's I think it's a tradition that they walk to the ground as well, don't they, the players? I mean, I think sadly, I can't remember which team it is, but one of the Dundee teams is moving away, I think. I think they plan to have another stadium. So that means they won't be as close as they were, which is a shame, because that picture of both grounds is always iconic. Burgoyne saying, where's my Bodo / Glint heroes at? Andrew Pollard saying, Sweden was so much fun at World Cup 94. Brolin, Dallin, Ravelli, Schwartz, Bjorklund, Blomqvist, Fern, Anderson, and he says, obviously Henrik, who mainly started on the bench but still had such an impact on their run in that tournament. And he says, good times. Back when Andrew Pollard was 30. Snoofy saying, we have produced very nice talents at Copenhagen the last couple of years. For example, Wind at Wolfsburg, Mo Darami at Reims, Højlund, yeah, of course, Christiansen at Leicester, and Jalot at Galatasaray. And he says, Victor Frodor is 18 years old and looks like he will go far. And he came on from the bench in this first time I've watched him, I think, so I look forward to seeing him in the second half. Pollard having a go at me saying, why the fudge is that signed Henrik Larsson picture not up on your wall? Sorry, it's been on my to-do. I will do it. I've been meaning to do it for ages. Pollard said, Scholes, your favourite Man United player. Who's the United player you think has been the most underrated in your time supporting them? That's a good question. Oh, it depends how you look at it, isn't it? Can I say De Gea? Can I say it because of all the mock he got and yet he still saved us in so many games? I think David De Gea is one of them for me. Underrated. Ji-sung Park. I don't think kids today will ever understand what Ji-sung Park was all about. Just brilliant workhorse. Just basically someone United need right now, which is someone who runs. United don't have any of that. We really do miss that football. Ji-sung Park, maybe. What a player. Quality player. I'll never forget the Champions League final of 2011. Ji-sung Park was basically told, you literally are marking Messi. You're going to follow him all over the place. Messi finally got going when he scored because Jason Park completely missed it. I don't blame him. It's Messi. He's going to get you at some point. He's, as people say, arguably the greatest footballer of all time. But who remembers Andrew Pirlo against Jason Park? Pirlo said one of his biggest nightmares was Jason Park. He said he couldn't sleep. And they had a friendly recently, some charity match in Asia. And there was a picture of Jason Park marking Pirlo, and it was like the caption of, "Oh, the good old days." Oh, loved him. Snowface says, "Thank you for coverage, but this is bad news." Oh, as in, I wonder if you're on about Silkeborg scoring. Andrew Pollard says he's decided to boot up Football Manager 24 and start a new saver of Man United under Anarimish tactics. I love that, Anarimish. Rimish. I've just been beat 2-1 away at West Ham, so hopefully I don't get the Eric Ten Hag treatment. Oh dear. But thanks for telling me that the stream's coming across okay, folks. Appreciate that. Burgoyne saying, "Can we stop talking about Wrexham? We could talk about Shrewsbury as well, my friend. We were there last week, weren't we? Last Tuesday at England Women's Under-23s game. I took Ella to a football game for the first time. So, you know, maybe I should do that vlog on a Welsh second-tier game, as you mentioned, Burgoyne. But we'll do Welsh Prem as well. I do love Welsh football. I know it's not. I know a lot of people don't care about it, but I love it. I like to know that it's down the road, you know, another league nearby. Andrew Pollard also says, he says, "Yeah, Wrexham 3, Chester 0 back in 2016. Local lad and skipper Robbie Evans with the final goal following a Connor Jennings penalty and a Caden Jackson goal." Caden Jackson. Now that's a name that takes me to the past. Huh. I completely forgot about him. Where's he been? Amstruck TV saying, do we think that FC Copenhagen can take the win? Well, I think they've been the better team, Amstruck. They've just because they were all out of position in their own penalty area, they gave away a penalty because of the foul. And I think simply enough, Copenhagen know that they should be ahead in this game. Andrew Pollard said, "It says it all when someone like Ray Mooney said Park was the most important player in the team for big games." Yeah, absolutely. Very underrated. I don't think kids today get it. I really don't. Anyway, I've not even been able to have a half-time break. All of these messages coming through. We love it though. If you're new here, do subscribe. We don't actually normally do Danish football, but we're happy to. Kids screaming. The kids are screaming. They're loving the stream. Anyway, the players are coming back. And I'm knowing I've just finished my drink, which my throat's drying up. I need another drink. Actually, you'll like this, Pollard. Look who's on the glass. Bootlegger. And Burgoyne will remember where I got this glass from when we were drinking in Chester and I stole the pint glass. I had to get it. It's Bootlegger. Absolute legend. Snowface saying, "I'm season card holder, but unfortunately couldn't make it to the game tonight. I'm sure we will take a win. Come on, FC Copenhagen." Well, it's great to have a local from one of the clubs watching. There's a couple of subs coming from our visitors. Anderson and Frujlik have come on. I completely missed who came off, I'm afraid. But the visitors getting a late equaliser in that first half. Trying to keep the momentum going, I'd imagine. Let's not forget as well, folks, Silkeborg won the Danish Cup final back in May at this very ground. And I was in a pub in Copenhagen watching it, and the biggest regret I had that day was not nicking a Carlsberg pint glass. Carlsberg is awful. Sorry for any of you who enjoyed Carlsberg back in Copenhagen. It's terrible even if you have it there. It's not a great drink, but I drank it that day because I thought I'm going to drink it. I may not be a big fan of it, but because it's a Danish Cup final, I will drink this drink. I just wished I nicked the pint glass just to remind me of that day. It was only 1-0, I think, but I enjoyed it. AGF they beat, I think it was AGF in the final. I really enjoyed Copenhagen. I was there for Eurovision when it was being hosted in Malmo last May. But anyone who's ever thought of going to Sweden or Denmark, even if you stay in Copenhagen, you can get a train to take you into Malmo and to Sweden. I'd fully recommend it. It's a great, definitely do it. Snowface saying probably the best beer in the world. Marketing wise, yes. That's all I'm going to give you, mate. I went to the factory as well, and I just couldn't do it, mate. I could not do it. I've been to the Guinness factory. I loved it there. Me and my partner Ella have been thinking about going to Amsterdam, and I need to go to the Heineken factory there. I don't mind Heineken, that's okay. I can put it with Heineken. Anyway, oh, I forgot to start the clock. I get too distracted, don't I? No wonder I failed exams at school. Minute and a half in there. The clock is up to date now on my screen. So, Silkeborg with the ball. Just getting up the YouTube stream on my phone because I can then properly see all of the Snowface says, for beers you should go to Prague, not Copenhagen. I have heard good things about Prague. It has been on my list. Anyway, back with this game. Copenhagen with the ball. They didn't make a change during the break. I don't really blame them because, as I say, they've been the better team. As a King saying Copenhagen win. Well, it's 1-1 at the moment. And at the moment, they're just trying to hold the ball back. I must ask, Snowfay, how come you're not there today? I was going to say, Copenhagen's an hour ahead of my time, which I'm in the UK, so they're normally an hour ahead in Denmark, I think. So it would have been a, what, 7 PM kickoff. And if you haven't yet, folks, for any of you new viewers, do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Oh, now here's Ayanusi. He's been so eager to get a goal tonight. He's trying very hard. He's just not getting it his way. Snowfade's giving us an insight that, oh, ball comes in, cleared away. Ball kicked back in onto the edge of the box for Copenhagen. No, Silkeborg deal with it. He's saying that they're saying that the coach will bring on Matson and Larson soon if nothing happens. Jordan Larson. Do you rate Jordan Larson? Is he? How's he been for Copenhagen? He was a Schalke player, I remember as well. Burgoyne saying Cardiff's good for beers. Yeah. Oh! Oh dear! I thought the goalkeeper fluffed it. Long range shot. Goalkeeper punched it away, but I thought for a moment he didn't handle it well and it somehow would have gone into the net. But no, Copenhagen denied a second goal there. But just like they did in the first half, they are taking more possession here. Oh, and then it's a header across. I mean, the shots on target, actually, Copenhagen on 4, Silkeborg on 3. Possession, though, it is a lot more Copenhagen, 61% to 39% at this moment in time. It's no face saying he is a good player, Jordan Larson, but too many ups and downs and injuries. That is a shame. Not like his dad, I don't think. Yeah, Cardiff's good for beers, though. I agree with you there, Burgoyne. I do like Brains beer. I think Brains is good. Oh, and they should go through Ayanuse. Oh, it's saved. Oh, Larson with a great save. It went across to his right hand. He stuck his hand up at the right time, and it comes back to him. Oh, it's hit the post, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Oh, dear, Kokeleshvili just completely going for goal there. Great to see. Ayanuse again, just not getting it his way. He had to keep the ball away from a sliding challenge, which he did very well of, but I think because of that sliding challenge, he had to take the ball away from the goal. Then he had the shot, it was saved, and because of that, it ended up being no goal there. And then there was a shot that hit the post straight afterwards. Right, Silkeborg, they need to get themselves going. Their possession has been very low in this game. It's now with Ostrom on the halfway line. They're just allowing a few players to get into the Copenhagen half before they advance, it looks like. 6 of them in the half of Copenhagen's. 4 of them in their own half. Not including the goalkeeper, of course. And they're going to play it back to Larson, who's kept his team in it here. Big save earlier on. Snowface saying, I have pains in my arm. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. I hope it's nothing serious. Always rest it. Always rest it if you can. But yeah, the passes have been a lot more Copenhagen. 452 to Silkeborg's 250. Matthias Marcus says Copenhagen. Francelin Franca says Vamos Copenhagen. Snowface saying no. I think that's because of the moment that was saved, and then also the post just before. But going asking, do you still want that Rosenberg shirt, Jamie? Send me a picture on WhatsApp. Send me a picture. Let me know. Just send me a picture and let me know what size it is. There's a free kick here for the hosts. Oh, clash of heads there, actually. I think that was Cornelius who went down, and the match has been paused. Dix has decided to go to the home bench, grab a bottle of water. Cornelius still lying on the ground. It is his head that he clashed there. I'm not going to lie, that Silkeborg home shirt or away shirt is amazing, isn't it? Do have a look at it online, folks. It's a great shirt. Asian Massage saying, Copenhagen win, please. I bet my money on you guys. Well, they're so far, they should be the next team to score. If I was going to bet on the next team to score, it'd be these guys. Match has been paused. Hey, Nusi's off the pitch at the moment. He's fine, but I'm not sure what he's doing. He's off the pitch. You need to get back on, mate. Come on. You got a game to play. Press it saying, will Copenhagen win today? At this moment, if we're talking stats-wise, possession 61% to 39% for Copenhagen. They've had 6 shots on target, while Silkeborg have had 3 shots on target. And look at this, 15 shots to 5 for Copenhagen as well. Yeah, match still paused there. Cornelius, because it was a head collision, I think he's having to just, you know, there are rules in place these days with head injuries in football. I assume it's the same. I think it's the same in Denmark, I assume. But it looks like we're going to play on in a moment. Referee's got the wrist already. Cornelius just waiting on the sidelines, waiting for the signal. And away we go. Copenhagen get the game going. Cornelius still waiting for that signal to come back onto the pitch. So now with Dix. He's had a mixed game, hasn't he, so far? Armstrong asking, is he okay? Yep, he's fine, Cornelius. He's back on the pitch. Yeah, he's playing back up front again, as he has done. A centre forward. We've not seen much from Silkeborg yet, though. We've not seen them get inside the Copenhagen half since half time. Oh, shot across, and it's going to be a corner for Copenhagen. Andrew Pollard saying, your favourite Danish player of all time. Let's have a look at that in a moment. Copenhagen with the corner. Only half cleared. It's come back out to the left wing where the corner was taken. Ayanusi again. Decides to cut in. He's got 2 of his opponents tracking him down. He runs away to make the pass. Ball comes through. It doesn't get to him though. He was too far away for that pass to be completed. Artstrom now trying to win the ball back for Silkeborg. Instead, he decides to give Copenhagen a throw-in. Your favourite Danish player of all time, from Andrew Pollard. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? But I'm trying to think of ones that I really enjoyed watching. I think for me, it's no doubt Peter Schmeichel. Peter Schmeichel's my what a man. And even I have met Peter Schmeichel. Oh, hang on, here come Copenhagen. Oh, little low ball cross only to be kicked away. Copenhagen are literally punching all the time for that second goal. They just can't seem to get that punch, the killer punch right now, that is for sure. Peter Schmeichel, I mean, just because of what he did for United, one of the best goalkeepers of all time. And I just think the story of him winning Euro 92, him and his teammates of Denmark at the start of that summer of 92, for any of you who don't know this, Denmark weren't supposed to be at Euro 92. But because of Yugoslavia, I think it was, had to pull out because of what was happening in all that debacle. Actually, we'll talk more about it in a moment. Silkeborg. For you Danish fans, I know you'll love talking about this in a moment. Silkeborg trying to go on that attack, but they've been very weak up front. We've hardly seen them in the Copenhagen half, and they're getting pushed back into their own half again. They have it in possession, but I think right now Silkeborg would take a draw if they can from this and get 1 point for the Superliga table. What was I going to say? But yes, like they weren't supposed to go and play. They weren't in the Euros originally, but they entered it because of what happened with Yugoslavia. And look what happened. They get called. I think even Schmeichel said he was on the beach. He was ready to have a holiday, and then they got told, "Yeah, you're gonna enter the Euros." Oh, right now, yes, right now. And then they go and win it and beat Germany in the final. Okay, it was when I think the Euros only had 8 teams. Doesn't matter, it's still a major tournament. It's one European Championship more than England. And us English always act like we've already won the damn thing. Oh, Silkeborg! Bakis goes down. Referee says it isn't a penalty. He won them a penalty in the first half, but this time the referee is saying no. Pulled down there, Bakis. Yeah, there's not much in that. He does get pulled a little bit, though. I don't know. He has 2 of them on him at the end. The first one, the penalty he got in the first half was obvious. That one, I can see why the ref has said no. But Copenhagen now. Oh, Cornelius, he's got 3 on goal. Oh, he's hit it way over the bar. He was there. He had the ball for so long. Then he decided to make the strike. And it was a poor finish. He put his boot under that ball. He actually did have a shot before that, which was blocked. Then he went for it again. Couldn't score on his rebound effort. Hit it too much there. Too much power, too much air. Silkeborg will be delighted that was only to be a goal kick. We've gone over the hour mark. And still 1 goal apiece. But Peter Schmeichel will always be my. I'd love to ask you lot at home, you Danish supporters, who is the best player of all time in Denmark? I'd love to hear it. But yeah, for me, it's Peter Schmeichel. I put Kasper. I'm not saying this isn't to say he was one of the best or anything. I'd put Kasper Schmeichel up there. Loved it. Love him. I love the fact he didn't replicate what his dad did, but some of it he did. Here come Copenhagen again. Dix this time. Oh, heavy touch on his knee. Ball goes out for a goal kick. It's coming. The next goal's coming. The matter of when, and will he do it before the final whistle? With 28 minutes left on the clock. Yeah, I thought you'd say that. Michael Laudrup, who is absolute legend in Danish football, especially in the 90s. Again, it was an era that I kind of missed because I was, in case you lot didn't know, I was born in 1994. November of 1994. Yes, I'm going to be 30 later this month, so yeah. You always hear the stories of Brian and Michael Laudrup. What a great set of players them two were. One of them wasn't a bad coach either. Yeah, Snowface saying it was a civil war in Yugoslavia. I thought it was. And yeah, team had already gone on vacation. It's an unbelievable story to go and win the Euros like that. But yeah, Peach, I love Christian Eriksen as well. I think he's a superb player. I don't think he's bad for Man United. Oh, it's in the box again. Oh, it's cleared. That's what I keep saying, don't I? It's always Copenhagen inside the Silkeborg box. I think they're just going to have a shot. You know, old-fashioned football. Am I right, Andy Pollard? Am I right? Stop trying to play in the box. I've noticed the left stand behind the goal that Silkeborg are defending in looks to be empty. I'd love to know why. I mean, if I was living in the area for that week or whatever, I'd love to have bought a ticket. And if it was sold out, you'd be like, oh, what? There's one stand not open. Stanley says Jamie lives Colesberg. Lives? I bloody don't. No offence to any Danes watching, it's a terrible bit. I'm not saying that because Liverpool have it as their sponsor. Honestly, it's not. It's a terrible drink. It's not nice. Not great. A lot of us Brits, I think, just don't really rate Colesberg. Doesn't travel well, but I say that. I went to Copenhagen and I didn't rate it there. There's a cross free header. Oh, it's way over the crossbar. And the captain couldn't even deliver there. Ayanusi with a superb, it's a perfect cross, just couldn't get the header right. Free header as well, completely unmarked. Deary me. Klaassen with the header, the captain of Copenhagen. And it looks as though Groninger is done for the day as Gabriel Pereira has come on. So one defender for another. Actually, it was McCowart and Nielsen that went off for Silkeborg. Those were the subs I missed before. Yeah, Peach Michael for me, folks. Love to hear your thoughts. Everyone who's their favourite Danish player of all time. But I'd say for me, it's Peach Michael, Kasper Schmeichel, Eriksson. Those are my main ones. Another cross in there, but just no good. Copenhagen have got to figure it out. As I say, they keep building. The stats are on their side to get that. Oh, and another shot straight at the keeper again. Ayanusi, I keep saying this, he's a workhorse today, but he just can't get it right. Straight at Larson. I've just received a photo from Jamie Burgoyne. Oh, that is a nice Rosenberg shirt. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just check that you guys can see it on my phone. Can you see that? Now that is a good shirt. I could go a bit closer. That is a nice shirt, isn't it? Look at the gold with the black as well. It just works, doesn't it? Oh, there we go. Gold with white and black. I like that. I like that a lot. That is a good shirt. You have to tell me, Burgoyne, what size it is. Joe Stanley saying Daniel Agger, the dagger. Ah yes, tattoo artist. He had a funny set of hair, didn't he? He kept changing his hair, I remember. I like Daniel Agger. I thought he was a good player. Oh, Silkeborg getting pressured on the back line. They keep running back to their own penalty area, and they've got to be a lot better than that. But you never know in football. You could play from the back all game, defending for your life, and then you could go out and score. But I really want that Silkeborg shirt. I love it. If you haven't seen it yet, go online, folks. Let me get a picture up. It is a fantastic shirt. So 1-1. For any of you who've put a bet on this game at this moment in time, Copenhagen I would put as the winner, but you know, just over 20 minutes to go. And Silkeborg are now just starting to get a bit of possession going on here. And they are inside the Copenhagen half on the far side. Just got to cross out McCarrett. He's the one who's gone off. Oh, yet again intercepted. Now onto the halfway line for Copenhagen, going through on the attack. Ayanusi couldn't get the pass to his right of Cornelius. Another moment going away from Copenhagen. So I am looking at the Silkeborg home shirt. It's online, but I don't think you can just go and buy it. Where is it? I want one. Oh, here we go. I mean, I don't know if you could buy it, but I've got the picture of it at least. It's a bit blurry. Can you see that? There's the home shirt. I love it. Anyway, here come Copenhagen. They're going to try and go for a second goal. They keep trying to go for it, but it's not happening now. Frohard. Oh, brilliant dribbling, and he just lost it on the edge of the box. He just started to lose his balance, and at some point he was going to lose. Well, he's going to run out of luck. I think Silkeborg are ready to make another substitution, but they'll have to wait because the ball is still in play. 20 minutes to go. And if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Oh, and there's a shot. And goal! Oh, it's at the bar! Oh! Klassen again! The captain! Hit the bar. Goalkeeper just watched it go and he was never going to save it. What a game. Andrew Pollard actually says, Peter Schmeichel, the greatest goalkeeper of my time watching football. Michael Laudrup, just a ridiculously talented, smooth player. But yes, Brian was the star of 92. It's always so crazy. That, and a pass across the face of goal. Still didn't find a man in a white shirt. Silkeborg yet again, just the heart's in their mouth. They're wondering that maybe just their luck will be on their side to get something out of this. But now here's Ayunusi, curls it, and it goes out for a goal kick. Goalkeeper did follow it, but it went past him. Luckily for him, Ayunusi's shot did not find the back of the net. Asian Massage saying, I'm losing my patience, Copenhagen. Please do some magic. Well, we got 87% of you voting on the poll going for a Copenhagen win. We got a substitution coming up for Silkeborg. And it is Younes Bakis who's coming off, the man who scored the penalty and won them. Sorry, not scored the penalty. He won them the penalty for Adamson to score it. That's him out. That's him done for the day. And the goal kick's been taken. They've decided to get what looked to have been Ganches to take it instead of the goalkeeper of Larsen. But yeah, that Silkeborg shirt, I would like. Oh, are you off, Chris? See you later, bro. Safe trip. See, Christopher Davis, he would agree with me that Peter Schmeichel's probably the best Danish player of all time. Oh, headset's a bit down. There we go. "17 minutes to go." I've had a question. What site can I watch the game? Where are you based, Dragon Gamer? I'm not sure. It depends where you're based. Snowface saying, we need to find magic like 4-3 versus United a few years ago. But no Ronnie there tonight, unfortunately. Rooney, sorry. Rooney. It's hard to say that name when there's no E in it, because it's easy to say Rooney. Prasen saying, home please win. What are happening? I mean, at this moment in time. Copenhagen, I mean, I'm just going to get my stats up again because it's just a crazy game of football. 22 shots for Copenhagen, 5 for Silkeborg, 8 shots on target for Copenhagen, 3 for Silkeborg. Possession, though, it's actually gone a bit more towards Silkeborg. 41% they've got up to now. They were in the 30s when I checked early on in this second half. 59% possession for Copenhagen. It's going to be a goal kick. Ayanusi with a poor header attempt. I think he was trying to make a flick headed to a teammate, but it just ended up going out for a goal kick. 15 minutes to go. And this is a golden chance tonight for Copenhagen to go top of the league. They have to win, though. And at the moment, the draw will put them to 3rd place, be level with AGF, and then go a point behind Midtjylland after all of those 3 teams have played 14 matches each. Snowface asking, where is Matson? He's not come on yet. Throwing for Copenhagen on the near side. 15 yards away from the corner flag. Cross to come in from the left wing, and a headed opportunity. It didn't quite make the contact, and now the ball's on the far side. Still the chance here for the Lions. We got Michael saying hello from Brazil. Hello. Linda saying, I'm reading from Colombia. Hello, Colombia. Riverson Barroso saying 1-1 final score. Well, if it stays like this, that will be the case. There's exactly 13 minutes to go. It's going to be a throw-in for FC Copenhagen. Midway inside the Silkeborg half. Oh, and yet again, Froholt just couldn't get the pass he needed to a shirt in white in the box. I can see what you mean by Froholt, though. He's always actively running around the pitch, isn't he? Snowface saying only 20,000 spectators. Stop these stupid Monday games. Jacob Nielsen's making a brave prediction. 1-2. Still 1-1 at the moment. Adamir Oliveira saying, I am from Brazil. Hello. Right, Silkeborg. One of you was just saying 1-2. They haven't had they haven't been able to show much. Oh, well, as I say that, trying to go on the attack from the right wing, and then they couldn't get the pass across. I do sometimes just think that when teams are clearly not in the game, and let's be honest, you're ticking the clock down, especially if you're still level. You know, how do you get the possession going again? You know, it's easy for us to say get a grip, but is it that easy? Because if it was, you'd see them do it. Macedonia, Dragon Game is from. I'm really sorry, I have no idea how you can watch it in Macedonia, I'm afraid. Now on the right hand side, cross comes in, it takes a deflection, and there's going to be a corner to come yet again for FC Copenhagen. And you can see Cornelius, he's showing some frustration. He's talking to one of his teammates. Looks as though Delaney's got some blood coming down his left arm. I don't think he's noticed it. The cameras have certainly picked it up. Callum Fisher's asking, reckon Copenhagen will score? I think they'll get there. I think they will. Here comes the corner. Oh, just couldn't get the header again. Just can't get into that final third, can they? There is an away player down, and because of that, that does frustrate the home supporters, just as Copenhagen were attacking yet again. Boba says, how is it possible that Copenhagen has 17 shots and 1 goal? I mean, this is the thing. That's what's the beauty of football, though. Like, who remembers Barcelona against Chelsea at Camp Nou of 2012? Barcelona dominated the whole game, but yet Chelsea scored 2 goals that they needed, and they were already going through because of a goal that Ramirez scored in the first half, where he lobbed the ball over Victor Valdez, and Torres then goes and scores a goal pretty much last kick of the game to just be absolutely sure that they were going to be in the final. So, and I'd love to get the stats up for that game again. But it just shows all that matters is goals. You can have all the chances in the world, but if you don't take them, you don't win. Ayanusi then. Free kick has been taken. Copenhagen are happy to start the attack. Good ball, Dix. Low ball cross. Oh, no one can get a grip of the ball and it's being booted away. Throw-in for Copenhagen. Exchange to change. Asking, do you think Copenhagen win? Look, it's there for them to get the next goal. They should be the next team to score. There's 8 minutes to go. And it's them going forward again. Couldn't pick out Cornelius. It's cleared away from a header. Now Dix for Copenhagen. To Klassen. Yet again, Silkeborg happy to just keep booting that ball out of their box and take them on again. I will say this now, I don't think Silkeborg are going to score. So I think we're either going to get a draw or Copenhagen win. So anyone who fancies a Silkeborg win, I'll say the odds are probably looking very good, but I can't see them getting out their own half at the moment. I was going to ask, is it quite normal for the Danish matches to be on a Monday night, or is it quite new this season? Well, you can hear the fans of frustration in the background. I think they're telling their players to just push it forward. You know, time is running out. Greg Livingstone asking, any more streams in the future, Jamie? There might be another one this week. I can't promise that for sure. But I am away next weekend with work. So I won't be doing anything this weekend at least. Now, there's an injury. And it's the away team who have paused the game yet again. Oh, it's a ball to the face of Ganchez. And there will be a pause here just because the ball hit him on the head. And as I said before, we all know that that means head collision must be taken seriously in the modern day of football. Snowfade does say that it's normal to have Monday night, unfortunately. For someone like me who's been away all weekend working at the football, I do quite like a Monday night game because I never do anything on a Monday night. So I do quite like it. But I know for you guys, you'd rather go on a week. You'd rather go on a Saturday, wouldn't you, or a Sunday to see a team play if it's a normal day off for you. But for any Silkeborg fans watching, how can I buy your home shirt? I can't stop looking at it. It's so good. I like the Copenhagen one as well, in all fairness. The Copenhagen shirt is very nice. Full white kit they're wearing tonight. But a blue, sort of blue patterns on the sleeves. From the neck down towards the sleeves. There is a couple of substitutions happening. One for each team. So Mads Larsen, number 20, is coming off for Silkeborg. And he is being replaced by number 19, Jens Martin. So less than 5 minutes to go. Ball across into the penalty area, and Yunusi's got to keep it in. He tried to do a scissor kick in any attempts to keep it in, but it went out of play for a goal kick. Are they going to get that winning goal? I was very confident Copenhagen would still win this game, but I think it's going to end up being a draw now. I think one of you asked me how much stoppage time there'll be. I reckon there'll be 5 minutes. 5 minutes I'm going for. So Silkeborg at the moment will be in 6th place with 22 points, level with Brøndby. Copenhagen, what a chance wasted if they don't win tonight. Remember, if they had won this game, they would go up back at the top of the table, ahead of the champions of Midtjylland, or Midtjylland. Dix cuts in from left to right. Plays it across to the right-hand side. Now ball comes with the cross, headed only to go wide for a goal kick. You feel as though they need to just get a shot, as in someone to just have a crack outside the box. Silkeborg in the air looked pretty decent, defensively anyway. The Boss Real Games, if I pronounce that correctly, says Copenhagen going to win. They always score late. Oscar reckons it's going to be a draw. It's not over yet. I think there'll be 5 minutes of added time. I don't think it'll be short. Ayanusi. That's a good cross. No, it's only to be cleared by Philander. Copenhagen still with the ball. They're going to try it down the right-hand side this time. And another cross. Goalkeeper won't get to it. Alinusi crosses it in from the left. Doesn't get the pass right. It goes back to him. He's going to go for it. Oh, it's blocked. I must admit, from my angle of the shot, I thought he was going to go for the top right corner, but it was blocked. And it's come back out to him on the left-hand side. And another shot blocked. Dix picks up the loose ball. Silkeborg just, I think, are going to struggle to get out their own half now. It's all Copenhagen. Oh, that's a good pass down out wide. Frohage with the cross. Oh, and a header. And is it a penalty? It's a penalty. Copenhagen have won a penalty. The captain of Klesen, he was the one, he's saying, from his body language, he's saying his shirt was pulled, but they've got a penalty. As the captain played the captain's part. And I think the referee might book someone here. Would love to see the replay again. I think Larsen, the goalkeeper, is going to receive a yellow. You know what? I don't think we've had a yellow card tonight. Yep, Nikolai Larsen has been booked. So it started out with a cross from the right-hand side. The cross actually took a deflection. I'm not sure why Larsen got booked now, because he didn't get involved. Maybe he said something to the referee afterwards. Shirt pulling. Shirt pulling. which is the name of my football shirt business. But it was Jens Martin Gammelby, who we announced came on just before. He's the one who just came on a few minutes ago, pulled the shirt of his opponent and gave away a penalty. 6 minutes have been added. I said 5. I went with 5. I was close. 6 minutes of added time. What a game it's been, though. I've really enjoyed it. But will we get a late winner here? Gammelby's also been booked, apparently. Copenhagen manager's completely screaming there. Dix to go for it, and he scores! Goalkeeper went the right way, but it doesn't matter because Dix has scored the winner for FC Copenhagen. 91st minute, that's how long they had to play the whole second half pretty much to find that winning goal. But Dix, who actually gave away a penalty in the first half, he's only gone and scored the winning goal from the penalty spot. Who'd have thought it? And that's why we love football. And for those who went for a Copenhagen win, I think you're in luck. There's still 6 minutes to play. They've actually changed the added time. It did say 6 on the scoreboard, but it's changed to 7. A minute has gone already. So as it stands, FC Copenhagen will go top of the league tonight. That's Dick's 4th goal of the season, I believe. Remember as well, folks, before you leave the stream in a bit, do click subscribe. I would love it if you subscribe to the channel. Give us a like as well if you've enjoyed the stream. And the boss real game, he did say, he said, told you Copenhagen always score late. They've been the better team, no doubt about it. More possession, more chances. You know, if you're talking about it from a stats perspective, they've definitely been the better team. Not been that goal threatening though, but they've just had the ball a lot longer than Silkeborg. And the Viking claps are all happening around the stadium. But meanwhile, they've got to defend this free kick. And the ball's been driven into the Copenhagen penalty area. Referee's now going to pause it. There's been a foul. And FC Copenhagen, I think, will get themselves a free kick here in their own half. Mr. Pafana says, referee, finish the match before it's late, please. I wonder if you meant before it's too late. Oh, well, they've made the free kick. And Ostrom didn't do great with his first touch of the ball there, and he's ended up with the ball going out for a throw-in. All right, yeah, sorry, change the score, you're right. I always forget to do it. There we go. Yep, 2-1 to Copenhagen. Well, 4 minutes have gone in added time now. 3 minutes left of the added time. 7 was given. Currently with Larson. Can Copenhagen get a third just to really seal the deal here? Out on the left. Ayunusi, I think he's, in terms of his energy and his efforts tonight, I'd probably give him man of the match. Foostar 47, definitely we subscribe to this channel, guys. Thanks very much, Foostar, appreciate that. It's free to do so. Oh, no, it's just inside. Is there going to be another one? No, goalkeeper stops. I thought they won a corner there, Copenhagen, but referee has pointed towards the goal, signalling a goal kick. Less than 2 minutes to go. Silkeborg are actually going to go for it. It's down onto the right-hand side. Oh, what a tackle. Well, I say that, it's still in their possession. Larson. And yet again, he's lost it again. Throw in for Copenhagen. Fustar's watching from Kenya. Thank you, Amstrop, saying I have subscribed from Denmark. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Well, there's a player down, and it is Cornelius who's opened the scoring tonight within 2 minutes. Oh, yellow card from the referee. I think that's for Adamson. No, it's Mads Frujlek. He's been booked. Abir Chowdhury saying I'm from Bangladesh. I think I remember you being on the stream in the past, Abir. I hope you're well. If I'm wrong, then ignore me. 30 seconds to go. Silkeborg. Oh, instead they've given away a throw-in deep inside their opponent's half. That might just have been their last chance. Another throw-in. Copenhagen, well, we've had the 7 minutes. Will the referee allow a few more seconds just because of the goal celebrations? Silkeborg with their goalkeeper, has it in his box. Boots it up out to the right-hand side, only to the halfway line. And they've struggled just to get out of their own half here. Alianusi trying to go on the attack, which you'd think he'd just hold on to the ball and maybe take it to the corner flag, but no, he didn't do that. So Silkeborg, have they got one more chance? The referee's allowing it at the moment. 40 seconds over the added time. It's now of Ostrom. They're got to get in the box now and hope for the best. It's now on the right wing, blocked. Is it going to be a corner? Yes, it will be. And the referee has signalled it. Oh, there's going to be a bit of nerves in the stadium. Can Silkeborg get a late equaliser? The goalkeeper, Larson, is coming up for this one. There will be a delay for this corner, though. Everyone's nervous. Even the Copenhagen manager has got his neck warmer going up to his nose. Maybe some of the fans in the stadium can't watch. It's very simple. If Copenhagen defend this corner, they will go top. Otherwise, Silkeborg will feel like they've won the game just from an equaliser. Here comes the corner. It goes across the face of goal. Goalkeeper's off his line and they've scored! It's unbelievable! Saint at Park Inn and Silkeborg have scored! I can't quite believe it! 2-2! It's gone 2 minutes over the added time, and as you'd expect, the Copenhagen manager is not happy whatsoever. Oh, what a game! Silkeborg have hardly been in this game in this second half, and they've only gone and scored. Oh, it's a volley as well, right in front of goal. Goalkeeper was down. Could there have been calls for a foul against the Copenhagen goalkeeper? Oh, it's unbelievable scenes. What a game. 2-2, Copenhagen 2, Silkeborg 2. I can't quite believe what I've just seen. Goalkeeper was way off his line. Trott was down on his knees. I don't know what happened there. He was way out of position, and it was it was just a simple open goal. Simple open goal for Simmelhack to score from. And now the referee resumes play. Silkeborg have just booted the ball deep into the Copenhagen half. It's gone out for a throw-in for the hosts. We're into 100 minutes now. 3 minutes over the added time we were given. I can't believe it, folks. I really cannot believe it. People are asking VAR. I'm afraid not. They've kicked off again. They have resumed play. What a game. Copenhagen, have they got... Is the referee... How many more minutes, ref? Here they come again. Could they go for it? It's through. Oh, he just lost the ball. I'll tell you what, if he had his back behind it, he could have had a goal there. Referee's blown it. Ball's gone out for throwing, and they won't allow play now. And you can hear the boos at Parkin Stadium. Oh, the fans, the home fans will be absolutely deflated. They can't quite believe it. But for Silkeborg, that's just going to feel like a win. They defended the whole second half. That's all they did. They just defended the whole time. And when they conceded a penalty, we all thought it was over. We just thought they relied on it too much to play at the back and park the bus, it looked like. But look what's happened. Copenhagen have only gone and conceded a late equaliser, which for the Silkeborg away supporters, it'll feel like a win. I can't believe what we've seen here tonight, folks. What a game of Danish football we've seen. Handshakes all round at the end, but I think we all know which group is going to be delighted to leave the stadium tonight. Copenhagen have wasted their chance. They didn't lose, but it'll feel like it. That means they will not go top of the Superliga table tonight. Phew, I need a breather. Let's read some of your messages. Let's read some of your messages then. I'm sure there's been quite a lot of comments. And Snooker Faye saying in big capital letters, no! Prasen says WTF. Don Pablito Capestran saying finished 2-1. I'm afraid it didn't. It finished 2-2. Thank you, Prasen, saying I really enjoyed to watch your live, bro. Thanks very much. Prasen says it's crazy, bro. Snowface says, damn it. I must admit, I thought you'd say even bigger, harsh words there, but, well, rude words, so I wouldn't have blamed you. But it's almost as if Copenhagen have got the treatment of what they did to United last season. So, yeah, it tasted their own medicine from that game, you could say. Snowface saying, what a bummer, but thank you for the watching. Thanks for watching. If you are leaving the stream, folks, please do like the stream and do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport on YouTube. I'd love it if you could. And yeah, I'd love to do this again. First time we've done Danish football as a watch-along on Let's Talk Sport. We've done many sport and watch-alongs, football, snooker, golf, MotoGP, F1, you name it. I've been a bit off it, though. I've been busy doing other things, but I'm trying to get back into it by trying out different football competitions. And I've really enjoyed this game tonight. And thank you, all of you at home, for watching, and I really appreciate it. But yes, I'm just going to check the table. I'm actually going to quickly look at the stats. Look at that, though. I'm just looking back at the goals. Let's do a quick overview, shall we? So at the start of the game, Copenhagen started off brilliantly. It was almost as if it was going to be a good night for them. Within the second minute of the match, Cornelius scores a header to put them ahead. It was looking very good for the team who were bidding to go top of the league as long as they got 3 points tonight. But then just before half-time, in added time as well, Tony Adamson scoring from the penalty spot after it was a blatant foul on Bekis from Dix, who caused the foul. They then win a penalty, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. It was 1-1 at half-time. But I must admit, Copenhagen in the first half looked the better side. So I must admit, going into the second half, I thought they'd do it again. And they did. But they had to wait until the 91st minute. Kevin Dix, who, as I said, gave away a penalty for Silkeborg at the end of the first half, goes and scores what we all thought. Let's be honest, I don't think anyone expected anything else. We all thought it was the winning goal. And Kevin Dix scoring the penalty to make it 2-1. We all thought with 6 minutes left of added time that FC Copenhagen were going to end the night top of the table. However, Silkeborg had other ideas. They didn't even attack at all in the second half. I don't think they even had a shot whatsoever until the 99th minute. A corner which their own goalkeeper of Larsen even ran up to be involved in. It was a fantastic corner delivery across the face of goal, pretty much in line with the penalty spot. Trott, the Copenhagen goal stopper, for some reason came out and was on his knees. He fell to the ground, and because of that, Simmelhack was able to just score with a close-range volley, and into the net it went. And the whole stadium went silent, apart from that corner of Silkeborg fans who had travelled and probably gave up their workday to come to this game tonight. And it felt like a winner for them. And what a result that is for Silkeborg. So, let's have a look at the stats before we finish here. And Copenhagen fans probably won't want to hear this. 27 shots for FC Copenhagen. Silkeborg with 6. In terms of shots on target, Copenhagen only had 9 despite all the possession they had of 63%. But for shots on target for their visitors, it was 4 and 37% of possession. Passes is near the is ridiculously big gap again there. 746 passes for Copenhagen. Silkeborg with 454. 3 yellow cards in the game, which all came late on, which Silkeborg ended up with. No bookings for Copenhagen. No red cards. Offsides, 1 each. And there was only 7 corners in total. 5 for Copenhagen, 2 for Silkeborg. And if we actually do check out the Superliga table, nothing changes really. FC Copenhagen still in 3rd place. And they go 2 points clear now over Randers, who are in 4th place. But they are still a point behind Midtjylland at the top of the table, but they are level with AGF in 2nd as well. But AGF have a better goal difference of 14 to Copenhagen's 10. So, where does that put Silkeborg? So that puts them in 6th place, level on points with Brøndby ahead of them because of a better goal difference. But they do have a better goal difference over Nordsjælland of 4 goals more. They are in 6th ahead of Nordsjælland in 7th. So yes, and I think that is pretty much it, folks. So, I mean, normally I'd say commiserations. I don't know, maybe commiserations to Copenhagen, because for you Copenhagen fans, it really will feel like a, yeah, it really will hurt you, I think. We've even got someone saying, football ain't for the small minds. Talukda says, I lost all of my money, what to do? That's betting for you. You can never know in football. And Snoofer says, we have to learn defending from damn corners. Absolutely. That was goalkeeper committed and completely lost it. And I think the goalkeeper might have something to say there. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up now. I'm going to finish the stream. Thank you all for watching. Really enjoyed this Superliga watch-along. Do stay tuned on the channel. If you want to stay up to date, you've got to subscribe. And then you will find out when our next streams will be, or video content on the channel. And if you can, give the stream a like as well. So, thank you all for watching. I've been Jamie Davies, and what a game of football we've seen at Parkin tonight. It's finished FC Copenhagen 2, Silkeborg 2. Good night, everyone.